Happy Sunday, everybody. It's hashtag Showcase Sunday, and today we are talking about exhibitions, the LHA Show. We've got James Tasker here from the LHA Show, the Lakes Hospitality Show, that is coming very, very shortly. In fact, it's coming on Wednesday and Thursday this next week. So, James, welcome to Showcase Sunday.
Good morning.
And introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
My name is James Tasker. I'm one of the directors of the Lakes Hospitality Association, which is has been running now for, well, if we exclude the last 2 years of a blip, this will be the 45th, but should have been the 47th trade show. So long established. And I'm also a business owner and director of the Lamplighter Dining Rooms in Windermere.
Fantastic. So what makes the LHA unique and different? Obviously, I'm a little bit biased because I'm an exhibitor myself to the show and have been visitor over the years as well.
I mean, the very fact that it's sort of the largest show in the area for the hospitality sector, which is such a massive part of our local economy. Again, the fact that year on year the show has continued to grow and offer the opportunity under one roof. We're in excess of 140 businesses that are exhibiting this year, that are all heavily pertinent to the hospitality industry, and have something to offer, especially after that sort of 2-year hiatus of a lack of face-to-face interaction, and they've not been sat there twiddling their thumbs. They've evolved their products, they've evolved their offering. And it's an opportunity to see what they've been up to and have that, well, if you're anything like me, that much craved face-to-face interaction. I'm a firm believer that that's the best way to do business, and I'm very sure I'm not alone.
Yeah, definitely. And it is fascinating because when I'm at the show, I see colleagues from all over the country. So people actually come up from London, they come up from the southeast, southwest, and also from Scotland. The amount I saw from Scotland a couple of years ago was fantastic, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I mean, just from an exhibitor standpoint, you've got multinational global companies there sat alongside well established national companies. And you've got the fabulous companies that we've got on our doorsteps as well. So phenomenally diverse, and equally for the visitors as well. The venue, Junction 36, is so well serviced. It's so central. To get down from the borders, the North Lakes, South Lakes, Lancashire, over from Yorkshire, it's there, and it's got the infrastructure to be able to cope with the volume of visitors. Well, even in excess of what we've had in previous years. So the scope to continue to grow, as we have continued to, is there, which is fabulous.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And it's very relevant right now, and I think everybody's itching to get to it. So it's certainly a place to go in the next few days. So what's relevant right now in the LHA show? You have mentioned some elements already, but what's relevant now and for the future of the industry from the LHA show?
I think there are a number of there will be something for everybody there. It depends what angle you're approaching the show and what you hope to gain out of it. I mean, the masterclasses themselves, for example, the focus is on maximizing profits. We know industry, everything's increasing, the prices of everything. So the focus is on the masterclasses are looking at the way that you can focus on your beverage to get the best out of your beverage. Look at alternate suppliers. Great wines coming in from Romania, for example. They're not as highly priced as their counterparts in other parts of the world. and you'll be introduced to them. You'll have the indomitable Joe Vardsack, who what he doesn't know about beverage isn't worth knowing. Talking through your wine list and how to structure it to get the most out of it. You've got Jean-Christophe Novelli talking about produce for menus and how to maximize the produce, reduce wastage, structure the menus, so on and so forth. Again, the focus being to rein in those costs. And then customer service, the all-important byword of our industry. And you've got an amazing guy who was actually my first boss down in London, who is going to be focusing on customer service delivery, and again using that to assist your staff, benefit your business with that interaction with the guests and garnering that loyalty that we all crave. A repeat guest is the best guest. And equally sort of little nuances that you can do to upsell and to again get that much needed revenue and adopt that sort of service culture. And from a sort of a visitor and exhibitor standpoint, it's sharing experiences. I think for me will be key, and catching up with people that I've not had the chance to discuss the issues that they've faced, that I've faced. Hospitality is so diverse. Something that hasn't affected me will have affected somebody else, and they will have come up with a novel way of getting around that. And having that face-to-face interaction over the course of the 2 days and sharing those experiences, I would challenge anybody that wouldn't come away with a little tidbit that they can put into practice within their business. And then you've got all the produce and the products that are on offer from all of the exhibitors, all of which have evolved over the last 2 years, as I said previously. And again, there will be something for everybody in any sector of a hospitality setting.
Brilliant. And I love that. There's so much to offer with regard to that, and the masterclasses. There's probably people on here now listening and watching this going, do we have to book in advance? What do we have to do to be able to make sure that we get on that masterclass? Is that something they've got to book in advance or not?
We've done bookings year on year, and the subscription to the places hits capacity, so we don't allow anybody else to book. And then on the day, only 20% of those people turn up.
Yeah.
So we've given the opportunity to register an interest so that we can gauge the interest for each of the different masterclasses. But it will be very much come on the day.
Brilliant.
And we hope this new approach to things will actually give more people the opportunity that desperately want to actually attend and experience those masterclasses.
Massively. Yeah, brilliant. Now, as always, I always ask my people, my interviewees who come on to the Showcase Sunday, what are your top 5 tips, James, for the LHA show?
Well, again, it depends from what angle you're looking at it. From an exhibitor angle, my top tip would be you need to do your groundwork now. In fact, you should have probably been doing it as we've been advising you on the mail shots now for a number of weeks. I personally believe that the greatest benefits of attending the show is the saving in man hours of making all of those cold calls, driving all over the county and further afield to attend all of those meetings. Arrange them all under one roof. Yeah. And that in itself will pay for the stand. So be proactive, arrange those meetings, get those visitors in, do your mail shots out and your advertising through your social media channels. Again, we're going full guns doing it, but if 140 of the exhibitors do it as well, that's double and
Powerful.
then on top of that. Equally as well, for exhibitors, there will always be a percentage. You've got to be proactive. People aren't going to just come in and even though we've brought them there, and just give you their business. You've got to give them a reason. You've got to stand out. You've got to not be sat on your chair behind your stand and expect somebody to come over and ask you to them to explain your business to them. It's your chance to sell. We're putting them in front of you. It's down to you to actually convert that and to make it as beneficial to you as possible. For the visitors, just come. You will take something away. I guarantee you, whatever that may be, it will be worth a few hours of your time to come and see us and see the exhibitors, or attend the masterclasses, or bump into somebody that you've not seen before, or to bump into that person that you've been trying to track down for ages and they're stood there in front of you. Again, for visitors, probably wouldn't arrive at 10 o'clock on the first day. If it was me, I would hold off until a little bit later on in the afternoon, and or until the second day. It does tend to well, you more than anybody will know, Alison. Sort of I see it. There's ebbs and flows, aren't there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
It sort of reaches a point, and then it dips, and then it surges back up again. So it would be not to come at those peak times. It would be to look at the exhibitors in advance and see which ones you want to see, and possibly give them a call and see if the actual person you want to speak to is going to be there, and arrange to meet with them. We've got the hospitality hub where you can sit down and have a meeting. There's also Cafe Ambio on site as well, which a lot of people use to have breakout meetings. So maximize your day and your time. Really, time is one of the most precious things that we have. So just spend a bit of time doing a bit of groundwork.
Yeah, and I think if you've got a very clear goal, what you want to achieve, you're more likely to achieve it if you focus on it, and that's the key, isn't it? And you do see, you know, if there is a stand where it's absolutely rammed, come back to it. You don't have to just, you know, waste half an hour waiting to get to that person. Just go around and see other people, and then come back to it, and always make that.
And the person that you want to see on the stand, if there is a specific product, again, it's a great opportunity to see somebody with more of their wares than they can carry around to a meeting with you. Yeah. That they'll have everything laid out. So if there is a particular item, ask them if they can just bring it with them, and they'll be more than happy to. And then you can see it directly. It's just, again, those little things about maximizing its benefits to you, and that all important time.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess that's the other element of examples of how you help the industry save time, money, and add value. That is all wrapped up in your 5 top tips. But there's, you know, if they have got a masterclass, do not, if they're wanting to attend a masterclass, the other area is, do not turn up 5 minutes after it started, because you might, you know, not get in, but you might miss the golden nuggets that they throw away right at the beginning.
Absolutely. The only other, yes, definitely that, but equally the guys that are doing the masterclasses, they will be wandering around the show as well. Afterwards. They'll be hovering around other people's stands, and there'll be an opportunity to maybe ask them that question that you didn't get a chance to, because we've got such a packed schedule and so many things to get through, that it is very time restrictive. But after they've delivered their masterclasses, they will be going around the show. Grab them and ask them. They're all fabulous guys, and I'm sure they will be delighted to help and discuss it further.
I get asked this a lot, and you must get asked this a lot. What's the best day to go? And I never know the answer because it's a difficult one.
Really, really difficult one to answer. I would. Again, slightly different this year because a lot of things are sort of backloaded to the second day. Because in previous years we've all guns blazing on the first day, and things sort of tend to peter out mid to late afternoon on the second day, whereas we've completely flipped that around. And I think if the last 2 years has taught me anything, it's that trends and anything that we've been used to in the past is in many cases not worth the paper it's written on.
True.
So I think we'll see. I'm looking forward to finding out. Ask me that question on the 11th.
All right then, I will. And it is quite fascinating. And the one thing that really riled me up as a visitor in the past, that those exhibitors who think it's okay to actually close up early and pack up early, and I think, gosh, you potentially, I was a real serious buyer walking round, and those who were packing up, I thought, I don't want to work with them. And I would say that's another top tip, wouldn't it be, that, you know, be there and actually get your business showcased to the full potential.
If I'd outlaid the cost and the time to be an exhibitor, I would ensure that I was there to the death.
Yeah.
Because you do not know the circumstances of a visitor, you don't know who they are, you don't know what their business is, and they could be that person that rocks up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've decided that you wanted to crack on and try and get away for an early night, and you've missed them for the sake of an hour. Equally, we have made, as I've said, we've backloaded things again for that reason, for the second day, and also we have reiterated, and we don't think we can make it any clearer, that you do not pack away until the show officially ends. And we will be looking to invoke that there is a clause in the contract where you will incur a fine.
Good.
So I don't think we can be any stronger than that.
No, that's good. It is good, and it is fascinating. When I was at the NEC in November showing there, and it was fascinating how many people started to pack up, and I thought, we've got thousands of people still walking around. What are you doing? Stay there. You know, I'm very lucky because I've got a guy who does it all for me, and there's no way he would come before later on that evening to pack my stand-up. But it's so important to still be present and be there ready, because it's like your first and last guest, isn't it? James, your last guest should experience the same service, facility and product as your first guest.
100%, no matter the circumstances.
Incredibly. So if someone's sat here watching this now and they're saying, you know, oh, well, this sounds really great, and they're probably sat on the fence going, should I exhibit in the future, or should I put you know, an interest in, or if somebody's thinking, oh, I'd like to visit, not sure whether, because it might be somebody's first time going into an environment where there's lots of people as well, James. So I'd forgotten to mention that. Is that something that, well, obviously it'll be something that you've addressed. Can you put people at ease just in case it is a place where it's the first time they've been out?
Let me answer that last question and work our way back.
Yeah, okay.
So Yes, obviously, there's no escaping the situation as it stands at the moment, and despite government announcements and what have you that everything's returning to normal, there will still be, and I know this through my hospitality business, there will still be a percentage of guests, translating in this instance to visitors, that will have concerns. The venue itself is massively spacious, and the areas have been increased even further to ensure that everybody's not on top of one another. There's sanitizing stations throughout. All of the exhibitors have been asked to bring hand sanitizers as well, and previously we've had that sort of bottleneck as you enter the venue, which we've identified as a pinch point. So we've moved the the registration desk upstairs onto the mezzanine level to free up that area. So we get sort of better flow of guests coming through as well. So yes, it has phenomenally been taken into consideration. We were also doing I was doing fire training yesterday. I was there with my fire extinguisher putting out a fire. So we're all fire marshals. So yeah, I mean, we obviously take safety, everybody's safety on every level, phenomenally seriously indeed. To the initial question, it's free. It's free to attend. It's all been put together for you. Everything's under one roof, and it's a few hours out of your day. And as I've said, you will. I guarantee. I challenge anybody to say that they have not taken anything away from it. I think also from an exhibitor perspective, it is a very different show to many, insofar as the vast majority of the people who visit are decision makers.
Yeah.
They are the ones with the access to the bank accounts, and they are the ones that will make the ultimate decision of whether to purchase that product. I equally believe that, unlike many shows where there's a strong percentage that are there for a jolly and a day out, I really do feel, and I think you can see that, and again I defer to you, but I see it that everybody's there to do business.
Yeah.
They have that appetite to do that. Equally as well, we continue to grow year on year. We must be doing something right. And the visitor figures continue to grow each year. And a great thing for me, from what we experienced when we had to postpone, and I think this is very telling of the event as well, is that when we had to postpone at the last minute and then sort of hold things over for the last couple of years, practically without exception, everybody just held their stands.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for their money back even.
No.
They knew that they still wanted to be there, and that has got to reinforce the fact that we are of value. And that the suppliers will convert into sales and into new relationships and reaffirm existing relationships and do business between exhibitors even. It really is that diverse. The only sort of negative comments I've ever received in the past is for the top tip that I said before, for the exhibitors. It's the guys that come in and sit on the chair behind the desk and expect everything to drop in their lap. The world doesn't work like that. So the show doesn't either. You've got to be proactive. But yeah, it's all laid on. It's all there. It's all free, and it's there over the 2 days, and we will continue to be there and grow on the success of the visitor figures and of the exhibitors as well.
Excellent. And the other question, because I know a lot of hospitality businesses ask this, you know, is when they're looking at it, and the exhibitors, how many have you got come in registered, or can you say that or not?
We've got in excess of 100. Sorry, of visitors or exhibitors?
Visitors.
Visitors. We're upwards. We're nudging about 900 at the moment, I think. Pre-registered, which is tracking massively ahead of what we've ever been. Again, it's hospitality industry, so we do tend to be a little bit lastminute.com.
We do.
So what we've seen in previous years is a surge, sort of in the last week. And we looked or look and have in the last few years achieved sort of 13, well actually sorry, I think it was 1,500 visitors over the 2 days, but that was with far lower pre-registration figures. Yeah. For sure. We've got 100 plus, over 140 exhibitors from all areas. We've got a fabulous section upstairs just off the registration desk, which are sort of smaller and new startup businesses as well. So it gives them the opportunity to get out, and that they maybe don't have the budgets to attend the big shows and what have you, that charge phenomenal rates. Whereas again, I think we are phenomenally reasonable in what we charge. And the diversity as well. The signs are all there that the appetite for this event is back, and everybody is chomping at the bit to get out there, to speak to somebody face to face.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? And I think, you know, in all essence, you know, it's a no-brainer. It is free. And we're going to put the link in the comments below as well, and in the description for Showcase Sunday, so that they can link and pre-register. It's a no-brainer. If you've got a couple of hours off in an afternoon, definitely come. Or if you're on a late shift that day, make sure you come early.
Yeah, I should say that the 9th and the 10th of March next week. It's at Junction 36. We open at 10 o'clock on each day, through until I think we're 5
on the Wednesday, and then 4 on the Thursday. Yeah,
so you've got to come along. It has to be done.
And there's lots of giveaways, there's lots of people showcasing. I know I've at least doubled my stand from previous years, and showcasing some seriously amazing products that will be going to America soon. So it's certainly worth definitely showing and going into the marquee as well. It's first time I was in the main hall, but I've actually moved into the marquee because my stand got too big. But I definitely recommend to go around every single stand, because you just don't know what you're going to find and who potentially can help you in your business, but also who can help you with some of the problems. You know, they might have a solution right, you know, in their remit to be able to pass on to you, and it's just so worth it. It really is. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I mean, I might be there, and well, I will be there, and I'll be running it, but I've already singled out sort of a couple of businesses that I want to see for projects that we need to get done as well, and they're here. They're 30-minute drive away from where I'm based.
Brilliant. So is there anything else you want to add, James?
Yeah, one major thing, we've been working towards it for the last 10 years, and we think we've finally cracked it. You will be able to book to exhibit for next year's show during the course of this year's show. So you'll obviously have had the experience and seen how beneficial it is to your business, and we are offering great discounts for you to book and commit with your initial deposit. By the end of this month, you will get the lowest possible rates that we can offer as well. So get in there fast, get the stands that you want, get that space secured, because we are that confident that you're going to have a cracking show, and we'll be knocking on the door for the 2023 Lakes Hospitality Show.
Brilliant. And you'll have a map of where all the stands will be, so that they can pick ones that they want.
New website, much cleaner, much easier to navigate.
Brilliant.
All there for you.
Thank you very much, James. It's been very, very thought-provoking and enlightening, and I just think the LHA show is a no-brainer. You know, it is hospitality at its best under one roof, and not to be missed. So certainly I'm looking forward to exhibiting. I'm looking forward to seeing who else is out there. I've got some big contracts at the moment that I need to get some collaboration on, so certainly I'll be looking to look around stands, so if they pack up early they won't get me coming to them. But certainly come and try the VR challenge. I've got a virtual reality training element to AJ Lakes. It's an innovation project that I've been working on for 2 years. Got to come and try it. There's a big prize for the winner of that. 3 months mentoring with AJ Lakes, not to be missed on the mentoring program. So but lots more to give away, so certainly I'm looking forward to that as well, and it's a big challenge. So excited. So thank you very much, James. It's been great, so informative, and I'm looking forward to seeing lots of people, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in person.
I shall be there. Looking forward to seeing you.
On Wednesday the 9th and Thursday the 10th of March 2022, not to be missed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.